On this video, I wanted to take you along with me while I prepare the June mail club. Every month, before I start assemble everything, I spend a little time collecting inspiration from the things around me. Lately, that inspiration has been comforting from my balcony garden. I found myself spending more time outside, watering plants, checking for new blooms, and simply enjoying few quiet moments before sitting down to work. It's funny how inspiration rarely arrives when I'm looking for it. Most of the time, it appears while I'm making tea, tending to my plants, going for a walk, or noticing the way sunlight falls across the room. Somehow, all those little moments slowly find their way into my artwork. For June, I wanted to create something that felt gentle and familiar, something that carried a little piece of early summer. For me, it's like the feeling of staying home and creating. As I started working on this month's illustration, I kept coming back to floral motifs inspired by what I've been seeing on my balcony. The kind of details that often go unannounced but make a place feel alive. One of my favorite parts of the process is seeing an illustration move beyond the screen and become something physical. Watching a drawing become a sticker still feels exciting every single time. After finalizing the artwork, it was time to print everything. And this stage is never particularly glamorous, but generally I enjoy it the most. And once everything is printed, I carefully prepare the sheets before cutting them. Then comes the cutting machine. And while the cutting machine is cutting their way, I usually have my mate nearby. Mate represents more than a hot drink for me. It is part of my South American culture. My creative process often looks very calm from the outside, but behind the scenes there are always countless little tasks happening at once, such as the designing part, printing, cutting, checking quality, packing, writing letters, organizing shipping labels, and making sure everything arrives safely. I see it like a lot of small steps, but together they create something meaningful. And honestly, that's one of the reasons I started my mail club. For a long time, I have this huge desire to use my artworks, my creations, to connect with other creative souls. I wanted to create something tangible, something that could arrive in someone's mailbox and bring a little moment of joy to their day. In a world where so much happens through a screen, like this video, I love the idea of seeing something physical, a letter, a sticker, a small illustration, something that can be held, pinned to the wall, tucked inside a journal, or saved between the pages of your favorite book. As I prepare this month's Mail Club, I also been trying to spend more time walking outside, even if it's just a small walk. Since a couple of weeks ago I hurt my back while I was stretching, I have spent those days laying down or sitting on the couch, drawing, sketching, until I could finally stand up and walk. One of my favorite things is listen to the sound around me. Listen the birds chirping, the light changing, noticing the flowers, and enjoy watch my favorite view of my little town. I might repeat this often, but those moments inspires me new ideas far more than sitting on my desk, on my computer, watching Pinterest ideas for inspiration. And that is something I've been recently learning this year. Creativity isn't only about making, paying attention, collecting little moments, saving them for later, then eventually transforming them into something you can share. As June arrives, I find myself feeling grateful for this simple routine: the garden, the artwork, the quiet mornings, people who chose to support my artworks and make projects like this possible. Every Milk Club package represents so much more than a few printed pieces. It truly is a collection of moments gathered throughout the month, a reflection for what inspires me, what I've been noticing, what I've been creating, and what I've been wanting to share. Now comes one of my favorite parts: preparing the Comfy Gazette. What I've been loving about writing this letter is that it feels like a conversation of what it's been happening behind the scenes. Comfy Gazette has become a place where I can share my thoughts, stories, inspiration, and the little details that don't always fit into social media posts. All the small details coming together in one package. It's always a special moment. After weeks of planning, designing, printing, and preparing, everything finally feels complete. Once everything is ready, I carefully place each piece into this envelope. And thank you so much for supporting my work, whether you're receiving this month's Mail Club or simply following along from afar. And until the next time, take care of yourself, enjoy little moments, and don't forget to look around. You never know where the next spark of inspiration might be waiting.